Hello everybody, my name is Bright Rose and welcome back to Warhammer 40K Speed Freak, where we are going to be talking about all the aspects of the game today and working out, is it actually a good game? And, well, first of all, as I just dive around and shoot all the little trucks that are running around, I'm about to get blown up. What it's going to come down to is, well, first of all, what does make a good game? Because in my opinion, what makes a good game is, do I enjoy the game? And, well, yes, I most definitely do. I have fallen in love with this game. Are there bugs? Yeah, there's a few. Does it hamper my playing of the game? No, not really. I thoroughly enjoy playing this game. I play it quite a lot. And, well, honestly, it's just fun. Too slow. So, let's talk about it. Let's look at the game and just see what it is that makes this such a fun game. And one of the aspects, which is being perfectly demonstrated, is death really doesn't mean anything in this game. You can get blown up, and within a few seconds, you are back in the game. And you are just back, shooting, blowing, crumping, all of the fun stuff. And it really isn't a problem. Yes, there's some achievements and things like that that you can get for surviving for a certain amount of time and getting a certain amount of kills and assists whilst not dying. And yeah, I've got those, but do they matter? Sorry. In the grand scheme of things, no, they don't. I am playing this game to drive at breakneck speeds around the maps, screaming "Wah!" at the top of my voice, you know, as the stereotypical orc player that I am dictates. And for that reason, it is a lot of fun. I can get into all the details of things like what is my favourite vehicle and stuff like that, and spoiler, I'm currently driving it because the Scrapjet is just brilliant. But this is what it comes down to. If you want something bigger and boomer, you've got the Grot Mega Tank, you've got the looted vehicle, which I love. The Lehman Ross's looted vehicle still, because it's just beautiful. You can have fun, you can just enjoy this game, and that is what it is all about. But we probably should talk about some of the negative bits of the game. One of the biggest complaints that I've seen is that there are a hell of a lot of bots in this game, and yes they are. Depending on what time of day, what region you're in, there is a lot of bots, and the easiest way to find them is just by looking in the scoreboard for the game and look for those very orky names that are popping up, and you will see exactly how many bots are in the game that you're playing. But you know what? That doesn't matter to me, because if you're achievement hunting and you're in a game with all the bots, well, to be honest, that's your opportunity. Want to get 10 kills or assists without dying? Having the bots makes it so much easier, because players are just a lot more difficult to fight. We know it's true. So, yeah. Get your achievements. That's how you want to do it. What I like to do, and what I've been doing a lot of, is when there's a lot of bots in... Oh, I saw that gun turn towards me. When there's a lot of bots in a particular game, I go exploring. I've been to the top of most of these big rocks around the edge of the map using either the Scrapjet or the Booster Blaster. to bounce and thrust my way up onto the top of all the various bits of scenery, because that's what I like doing in these games. And when it's not really high stakes and I'm not affecting anyone else, it's a great time to explore that kind of thing. So that is just what I like doing. And I get that some people won't like that, and that's fine. But honestly, it's not a big deal to me, and I get my enjoyment out of the game, whether I'm playing with bots or whether I'm playing with people. This game, for example, that I'm currently in, there is an awful lot of actual players currently in this game, which is great. We are getting a different level of play out of this. Am I still getting blown up? Yeah. Yeah, I am. Do I care? No, not at all. It's just entertaining, and I dropped into this game halfway through, so we were already losing quite a bit. And I've seen that as another thing that people have complained about, that you can drop into a game and you will know relatively quickly whether or not you are going to win the game or not. Which again, is not really an issue, because you can just drop out of the game and go and do something else. In the game specifically, I mean. But it's just that easy to throw yourself in and out of games, which is brilliant. And one thing that we probably should do whilst we're looking at this is we should have a go and look at the various different aspects of the game and give them a bit of a talking about. First of all, we're going to look at the Wag Path. Now, I did unlock this. I did pay for the teeth to be able to unlock the Wag Path, which is fine, you know, because I wanted the Scrapjet, and I am slowly working my way to getting the welded wagon. That is what I've been aiming to do. It's at level 60. I'm slowly getting there. Is it slow to get scrap? Yes. Yes, it is. Is that ultimately a problem? No, not really. Just means I have to play the game more. Damn, what a shame. But, as I say, I've been having a lot of fun looking at the two different types of games. You've got Death Rally and you've got Kill Convoy. As a previous video on my channel states, I love Kill Convoy. I think it is the best version of the game. I really enjoy it. It is the one that I spend most of my time playing. Not to say Death Rally isn't good. I just like Kill Convoy so much more. The chaos that is Death Rally, capturing those points, circling round that control point, and the carnage that ensues from having all of those vehicles cramming together in that one point is brilliant. Combined with the fast zipping between the new capture points and to the eventual end of the game is really fun, and I love it. But for me, Kill Convoy has all that in absolute spades, and also you get to drive a giant bomb into a stomper, which is just brilliant. There is something that I really, really enjoy about that. It appeals to my inner orc, shall we say. The challenges, both with the individual vehicles and the dailies, is probably the biggest buggy bit of the game that I've come across. Last night when I was playing this game, I'm fairly damn sure that I got all of these, and none of them seem to count. Now, this could just be me misunderstanding things. For all I know, you can do these multiple times during the day, and for some reason, these are currently grayed out. I don't know why. This probably is me misunderstanding, but multiple times, I think I have most definitely completed one of these daily challenges, and it hasn't counted. Why? I don't know. But again, it just means I have to play the game a bit more, and quite frankly, I'm not that bothered if I don't get the reward for it, because I'm still going to keep on playing. So it's not that much of an issue for me. But other people might see it as a game-breaking issue, and well, that's up to people. But as I say, I have a very different opinion of what makes this a good game, so that's what that comes down to. The customizing in this game, and the actual models for each of the individual vehicles is just beautiful. And of course, because, you know, I was always going to, everything is painted purple and magenta with wonderful golden highlights here and there. But these vehicles are just beautiful. These are just lifted off the tabletop and straight into the game, and I love that. I have a good friend who is a brilliant Warhammer painter, and I am sorely tempted to buy a Megatrap Scrapjet and ask them to paint it up for me in these colours so I can have it sat on my desk as I'm playing this game, because I love it. It's just brilliant. And the level of customization with what you can do with the paint scheme and the various things that you can unlock are just amazing. And I have been enjoying it so much. But yeah, everything was going to be purple and magenta eventually. What we probably should do is talk about the individual vehicles. What the pros, what the cons, things like that. And we'll start off with the Boomdaka Snazwazen. This is the basic vehicle. It is simple, it is fast, it is a brilliant shooter. The big gun on top makes it really easy. It's rapid fire, you can pour out all of that Daka, and when you get this thing centered on an enemy and you get that gun firing on all cylinders, it is a beautiful thing. And, you know, having the addition of the petrol bombs is just nice. Being able to yeet a petrol bomb and seeing it shatter on your enemy in the distance is a very nice thing. And I got an aerial kill with a petrol bomb the other night, which made my match, frankly. Also, the ability to deploy smoke as you're running in a bomb on kill convoy so that the stomper can't see you coming in is very nice. The WRIKE is one of these things that takes a little bit of getting used to in terms of its various things. Being able to deploy the cable to rope in your target and things like that is very cool. The application of that when you have an enemy bearing down on your stomper or racing ahead of you and being able to slow them down and drag yourself in is a really nice element of the game. And I have both slowed people down and been slowed down from running in a bomb by a well-deployed cable from the WRIKE multiple times. It is very satisfying. And having that claw to get in at close range and just deliver that final raking blow that blows up your enemy is a wonderful, beautiful moment to have. These, I think, are potentially a really underestimated vehicle in this game and should be utilized a lot more than they currently are. The Grot Mega Tank is one of my actual kind of favorite things. This lumbering behemoth is a glorious thing, and when you get the full broadside going, ripping away at an oncoming vehicle, it is a sight to behold. And getting that final kill by shooting off the big rocket is, again, another beautiful thing to do. But I think the single best part of this has to be that big scoop at the front. Being able to yeet your enemy or ally so high into the air is just brilliant. It can be a joyous thing to use just randomly in the middle of a scrap, or to save a stomper from a charging bomb run. Brilliant. Just brilliantly entertaining. Out of all the more offensive vehicles in terms of your attack, I think the Custom Booster Blaster is probably the most complicated one to get right, at least as you're starting out. The gun, I don't feel is as good as certainly not some of the other ones in the game. I would say it is most definitely a second to the Snazwagon, but that doesn't mean it isn't bad. And being able to lob the stick bomb as opposed to the petrol bomb is, you know, quite nice. And again, getting that solid hit from a distance is a very satisfying experience. Also, in terms of looks, I much prefer the booster blaster to the snaz wagon, especially as I've got the giant tires that I've unlocked put on this one with the spiked rims. I just think it looks very, very nice. And the booster blaster's ability to be able to jump into the air with the explosion is just very, very nice. It is a really good ability to pull out when you are charging around, when you're delivering a bomb, when you've got an enemy that's trying to block you, things like that. Being able to hit that jump is just really, really satisfying. There are very little things that I could probably say about the looted wagon that are negative. Yes, it's a bit slow, but that isn't really a problem because its slowness is more than made up for by the sheer volume of DCKA that this thing can throw out. It is comparable, if not surpassing, the Grot Mega Tank in terms of what you can do with this thing. The big gun is tasty. Being able to shoot off a shot across the entire map and then to hear your Orc commander praise or laugh when it hits is brilliant. I love it. The trickiest part about using the looted wagon is the smart grot bomb, because it is purposely a bit difficult to control, but again, that just makes the hit all the more entertaining. And the big achievement for this one is getting the hit and the kill on an aerial target when you are using the smart grot bomb, which is really tricky. And it is actually something I have managed to do. I would most definitely say I didn't manage to do it on purpose. I would say I was very lucky. I happened to hit a target as it jumped. But it's a thing. You can get it, stick at it, you'll get it. The Rocket Chuck Squig Buggy is a very interesting thing to use. And I know when people normally say interesting, they normally mean it's bad. But it isn't. It is one of the more fun vehicles for me. I thoroughly enjoy the design of this. It looks brilliant. All the squigs. I love squigs. I can't help it. I love squigs. They are just hilarious. Seeing all of these little critters just dancing around in there is just hilarious to me. And shooting them out is just brilliant. This is, of course, the healing vehicle. Its ability to heal your enemies is very, very good. And I have seen numerous times, again, playing Kill Convoy, where you have had a Grot Mega Tank or a looted vehicle running in the bomb and a Squig Buggy on their tail just pumping the healing goo into that vehicle. And it has worked repeatedly. I was playing a match a while back and there was a really, really competent player of the Squig Buggy, and they kept that bomb carrier alive nearly every time. And it was only towards the end of the game when I learned to be able to see them coming from a long distance and have that setup to go and pick out the Squig Buggy that we were able to counter it. But it is brilliant, and you can have so much fun throwing out the squigs, throwing out the mines. Honestly, it's a really underestimated vehicle, and you can have a lot of fun playing this truck. The Shock Dump Dragster is probably the simplest and, well, fastest way to get into the top speed level of the game, because you do have to unlock the Scrapjet, which can, you know, be an issue because it is a paid thing. You have to unlock the Wag Path to be able to get the other vehicle. But the Shock Dump Dragster is a really, really fun vehicle to use. It's fast, The warp boost to get around is just entertaining, especially as you're learning how to use it and where to aim and things like that. It can lead to some really hilarious situations in game where you see one of these dragsters just slam into a wall, either on the ground or somewhere up in the air. It is brilliant. The lightning cannon is very entertaining. It can take a little bit of getting used to in terms of using it, simply because it is a very weird weapon to use and aim properly. However, it is, apart from the big cannon of the looted vehicle, one of the things I suspect is closest to a sniper rifle in this game. I have seen people using the dragster to hit targets across the other side of the map, practically, with a well-placed zap from this gun. And for that reason alone, it is massively entertaining to use. I have chased down so many enemy players with this thing, only to zap them as they think they've got away. And pairing that with the triple rocket is just brilliant. More than once, I have been zipping along, driving in a bomb, and I have heard that distinctive triple of those rockets firing behind me, only to hear them crack into me, and then the distinctive zap of the shotgun hitting me. It's a beautiful thing to use, and I love fighting with them and against them on the field. Saving what I of course feel is the best for last, we have the Megatrack Scrapjet. Now, as I've said before, you do have to unlock this. Unlike the WRIKE, this one is unlockable by getting the battle pass, by unlocking the Wag Path. But I really wanted it. I love this vehicle from both a lore perspective in the game and just the looks of it. It is amazing, and it has so rapidly become my favourite vehicle to use in this. It is absolutely unparalleled in terms of its speed. It is amazing just to rocket around and just crash into everything. I have spent so much time finding the highest places to jump off with this vehicle because it is just so entertaining. And this vehicle is frankly what made me love Kill Convoy as much as I do, because running the bomb in with this thing and chasing down enemy vehicles is just so entertaining. There are some downsides to it, yes, but that is really comes down to your play style and what you prefer to do. All of these weapons, the machine guns, the rockets, the big rocket, are forward facing. So when you're coming up with something like a buggy or something that has a turret and the ability to shoot in other directions than which it's facing, you will be at a great disadvantage, and you can try and maneuver yourself into the right direction, or you can just jet off and disappear into the horizon. That is entirely up to you. It's your playstyle, it's situational, but both are completely acceptable, because, you know, we're orcs. We can run away and always come back for another go. But this is by far my favourite vehicle. And as soon as I learned to be able to flip in the air, use the big blast to flip myself around more, my level of enjoyment of just driving around was frankly tripled, if not more, because it is so entertaining. So, finally, wrapping up, is this a good game? Yes. Yes, it is a good game. Is it just unbelievable amounts of simple enjoyment wrapped into some very loud DCKA-filled packages? Yes. Yes, it is. We didn't even touch on the level design and how beautiful these orcish worlds are. I want to explore them so much more than I am capable of doing, but honestly, that doesn't matter. I have enjoyed this game so much. It is a good game. It is so enjoyable. If you like this kind of thing, you are going to absolutely love Speed Freaks. And I am going to be playing this game so much more in the future. Because it is just undeniably fun.